with you.
Hey, glad you came back. Hey, today we're doing a Asian-inspired chicken gizzards, right? Because it was posed to me that do I boil my chicken gizzards? Sometimes I do. Normally I use the route of using milk, buttermilk, right, to tenderize it versus boiling it. But this time I'm boiling it, okay? I'm going to show you what I do to tenderize it before I boil it. And I'm going to put an Asian spin on it, okay? And this is what you're going to get. Yeah. I know you saw a thumbnail before you came here. I'm going to try one of these. It's double fried, so they're extra crispy. I mean, like beyond crispy. You can get one, try it out, dip it in a little sauce. The outside is crispy. The inside is soft, tender. You gotta try this out. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Alright, so we have our gizzards here, and we're going to do the first wash, right? So it's been soaking here for a few minutes in water and lemon juice. Now I want to go through and pull off, extra fat, the green or yellow skin that may be on there. You don't want to eat that. We're going to get that off of there. Now, this fat is going to feel like a spider web. It's going to even look like a spider web. So, but you just pull it off. Let me see if I can find a good candidate to show you what I'm talking about. Because most times every batch has. See, there we go. Look at this. See that? This green stuff, that skin. Peel that off. You don't want to eat that. Get all that off. See that? You don't want to eat that. No. So you go through. Finish pulling the fat off. Looking for the extra, that yellow greenish skin, because you don't want that. And I'm just sitting the gizzards on the side here on a paper plate, because this is just the first wash. The second wash is going to be a little more, I guess, brutal on them, because we're going to be washing them with flour. Now the gizzards, put them in the bowl. The bowl's been washed out. Now we're going to add 1 cup of flour. Okay, we want to mix it. Massage it all in. Massage it all in. And what's going to happen, the flour is going to stick to the gizzards. And as you're massaging this, a lot of the bad parts that you may have missed is going to adhere to the flour. And we're going to rinse this off and drain it. And all that bad stuff is going to go right with it. So we're going to take all the flour off, rinse all the flour off. But we just want to make sure that flour gets everywhere for this part here. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse these and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna take our gizzards, we rinse the flour off them. Now we're gonna cut them in half long ways, right? Put them in the bowl. Because now we're gonna actually start the tenderizing process on them. Now the bigger ones, you might be able to get 3, strips out of it. But when they cook, they're going to shrink. So keep that in mind. Cut them in half long ways actually makes it a little more manageable when you're eating them. And it's also going to make it a little more tender. Because you're only biting into half of the muscle and trying to chew it, as opposed to trying to chew that entire muscle. And what we're going to do now, we're going to soak this in some baking soda. For about 40 minutes or so. And that's going to break it down for us. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this with water. I'll be right back. Okay, so we covered it with water, and now we're going to add our baking soda. Now this is about 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And this is going to tenderize it. Make sure it gets all in the water, mixed in good. Now we're going to put this in the fridge for 40 minutes. Now, we put the baking soda in the water, right, with the meat, with the protein, because what that's going to do, it's going to stop the fibers of the meat from joining. Okay, it's going to start separating them. That's why it makes the meat tender. Now you don't want to do it too long, because if you do it too long, it's going to make your meat so tender it's going to be mushy. You don't want that. Okay, so we're going to let this go. I mean, you can do it for a minimum of 20 minutes and you'll be good. But we're going to go 40 minutes, right? 40, 45 minutes, give or take. And then we're going to wash all the baking soda off of it. And then we're going to boil it for 30 minutes, okay? And then we're going to spice it up and get ready to fry it. See you in about 40, 45 minutes. Okay, so the water's boiling here. We've rinsed our chicken gizzards. Okay, we're going to put them in the water. Nice clean gizzards. The first tenderizing process has started, or was done. So this is part 2. We're going to boil this now for 30 minutes. Now, once this comes to a boil, we're going to let it go for 30 minutes. And then we're going to let it cool down. And then we're going to season it up. So see you when it's time to season them up. Alright, so now the chicken gizzards are cooled down. We need to marinate them now. So what we have here, we have about a couple teaspoons of black pepper. Of course, this is to taste, right? We have about a tablespoon of flour, all-purpose flour, tablespoon of cornstarch, tablespoon of sesame oil, right? Tablespoon of Shrashira cooking wine, tablespoon of garlic powder, well, granulated garlic, you know how I roll, tablespoon of minced ginger, tablespoon of minced garlic. Again, we got our black pepper here. Here we have a tablespoon of sugar. We got a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of granulated onion, and of course our gizzards. Now what we're going to do is combine all this in a bowl so we can marinate. Okay, we're going to put our sesame oil in. Shrashira cooking wine goes in. Then we're going to put our ginger in. Put all that in there. Okay. Our garlic goes in. The garlic in. Our granulated onion in. The granulated ginger goes in. I'm sorry, granulated garlic goes in. Sorry about that. Our sugar in. Our kosher salt goes in. Have our flour, actually this is the cornstarch, put the cornstarch in. Get all that in. All right. Our pepper goes in. And our flour is going to go in. Now what we want to do is take a whisk and want to whisk this all up. Get it all nice and mixed up. Get it nicely combined. Now we're going to add our gizzards. The gizzards go in. Mix these up. Get them nicely coated. Now it's a bit thick for my taste, so I'm going to add about a half a cup of water to this. Let me do that right now. Okay, and we're back. Here we go. Okay, and this is going to go into the fridge for about an hour. All right. And about every 20 minutes or so, we're going to mix this up. So let's put this in the fridge. So now in this bowl, just making a light batter. So what we have is a half a cup of all-purpose flour and a half a cup of cornstarch. And we're going to add a whole cup of cold water that's been in the fridge. Okay? Let's mix this up. Get it all combined. So this is going to be sort of like a tempura batter. You know, that's why we want it to be cold. Just a little light batter. Not anything real out of control thick, you know. Okay, and we're going to put this in the fridge as well while everything's marinating. Okay, so it's all marinated, good to go. Now I want to drain it, or strain it. So here, I have a little strainer here. We'll put it all in. Oh, I can smell the ginger. Oh man, the garlic. Beautiful. Put it all in here. Okay. The oil is already preheated. I've already preheated the oil. Now what I have here is 1 cup of flour in a Ziploc bag. It's not seasoned or anything because the gizzards are already seasoned. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I add them to the flour. Okay? Add it in. Clean this up here. And we're going to shake it up. Make sure every bit is covered with the flour. Now we have our batter. We want to stir this back up. It's nice and cold. It's very important that it stays cold. Okay? Now let's put this in the fryer. A little bit more altitude here. All right, now this is at 350. We're going to put our gizzards into the batter, and then they're going to go from the batter to the hot oil. All right, now we're going to put these guys in carefully. Now we're going to let this go for about 5 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. Let it go for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes is up. So you want to lift these guys up. Okay, we're going to be double frying them, you see. We're going to let this sit for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and then we're going to put them back into the oil. The oil was at 350. Now we're going to raise it to 375. Once it gets to 375, we're going to put it back in for about 3 minutes, maybe even 4. All right, let's put these guys back in for about 3 minutes or so, 2-3 minutes. We want them to get some color now. There you go. And because we double fried them, they're going to be extra crispy. But we just want to give them some color now. Okay, now we're going to pull these guys out. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're going to take some fleur de sel, there's some finishing salt, put it across the top. You want to do this when it comes fresh out of the fryer. All right, let's plate this bad boy up. Oh, they're extra crispy. That double fry, man, is everything. And as far as sauce, all we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna add some hot sauce to the sauce. Real simple. Alright, so here we have it. Our Asian inspired deep fried chicken gizzards. Oh yeah. If you like this recipe, hey, try it out. Right? Give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hey, join the peanut gallery. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. You know, our arms are open. And we'll leave the light on for you so you can get back to us even in the dark. Also, if we're not connected on Instagram, go to Instagram, put my name in, Shrashira, look for the gray cat, and let's connect. That being said, I am out because I'm about to get some crunchy goodness. Chicken gizzards. Oh yeah.